My parents grew up in different parts of Iran, but met each other in Orlando. And I mean, it's kind of incredible fate when you think about it, that they even found each other in this spot. My dad was actually really shy to tell people he was Iranian, so he kind of kept it to himself. My mom recognized his accent, and so she asked him where he was from, and he sheepishly told her, and they started speaking Farsi, and the rest was history. So I'm sure there was a sense of just gratitude that there's someone like me who understands my background, understands my home country. So they hit it off pretty fast. My dad was really nervous about the potential of stigma associated with being Iranian and prejudice. I mean, this was right around the Iranian hostage crisis. And so I think he felt letting people know that he was Iranian could hurt his prospects in school, hurt his job opportunities, maybe lead to violence as well. So, I mean, it was definitely hard. I mean, growing up in Orlando, as a daughter of immigrants, most people automatically assumed that I was Latina. So though that alone comes with its discrimination, at least there was some sense of fitting in, to some of the dominant cultures in our community. And then once 9/11 happened, a lot of folks really identified my brownness as something different. And it was hard. I mean, I felt this pressure to fit in, especially into white culture, and whether it was feeling insecure about the color of my skin, my body type, my family's heritage, the clothes that I had access to as someone who was working class. I mean, I felt all these variables that contrasted with who I really was. And ultimately, my mom's passing is what motivated me to run closer to my identity. Losing my mom created a moment for me to make a decision. Was I going to let go of so many lessons that she taught me, so many values that she shared with me, so many stories of Iran? Was I going to let go of that and distance myself from it, or try to reinforce it myself? And I made the decision to continue to learn about my family's story, which was a lot harder than my mom being there to actually teach it and pass that to me. But I made a commitment that if I was going to honor my mom's life through action, I needed to understand her life better. I needed to put myself in her shoes and in the shoes of women like her. Life was never easy for us, but it was much simpler back then. I think, first of all, just being a kid, there's just less complexities, and you don't still have to make all the decisions, right? But my mom being there, and though we struggled and there were financial stressors, just having a full family, it was such an incredible feeling, right? Which I will never have again after she passed away. So when I reflect on these moments, it's like there was so much simplicity then, and unconditional love all the time, and what an incredible place to just grow and become an adult. There's not a lot of Iranian Americans that live in Florida when compared to other states like California. But I will say, for those that call Florida their home, these are going to be some of the most effective, empathetic, and giving people you'll meet. I mean, we have Iranian Americans who are working in our state universities, and they're professors, they're researchers. We have Iranian Americans that are saving lives in our hospitals, who are helping to launch rockets at the Space Coast, who are working in every field you can think of, attorneys, defending clients, or in some cases, they're the prosecutor. I mean, we see Iranian Americans be effective and successful in so many fields. It's up to us as leaders in our community to ensure that people of color and immigrants know that they're welcome here, and that you can come to Orlando and call Orlando home, and you don't have to be fearful of violence, which unfortunately in other parts of the country right now, I think a lot of people feel scared to be themselves. And so we have to share our stories and be bold about our identities despite the backlash we face sometimes. And my hope is that as we persevere through that, it makes it easier for others after me, because they hopefully don't have to deal with that same type of rhetoric, and they can call Orlando home and not be fearful of anyone threatening their safety, or of anyone belittling their identity because of who they are and where they come from.